It's Wednesday, October 22nd, and welcome back to Earth's Ghetto, the only neighborhood where the rent's high, the Wi-Fi's unstable, and the aliens are definitely watching us like a reality show. I'm Love, your guide through the cosmic chaos, trying to make sense of this spinning group project gone wrong. Today, humans did what again? Tech's latest innovation that nobody asked for. A pop culture moment we'll pretend not to care about, but absolutely do. And one small reminder that hope's still hanging around, probably drinking iced coffee somewhere. So grab your emotional support snack, adjust your vibe, and let's figure out what kind of nonsense Earth is serving today. Faint laugh track, beat rolls on unders. All right, let's get into it.
Faint laugh track. How about some cheering? What up, though? Happy Wednesday, y'all. We back in the place to be. Today's trash day, one of my favorite days of the week. I went to the gym today. I went at a good time. It's getting chilly willy outside. But went in, knocked out the gym, got all my machines. Still only got 2 Stairmasters, but what's life? I still got my ice addiction. My new thing is to go to the gas station and get a Slurpee. One, you can get a huge cup of Slurpee for $2, and that beats that $13 lemonade at Chick-fil-A. I'm over lemonade. I don't know how much longer my ice addiction is gonna last because it's starting to get cold, but it's just so good and it's so bad. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what I can replace it with. Maybe it'll be hot cocoa next. Who knows? But that's really all I got going on, y'all. Let's go ahead and hop into this news. See what I liked. Move out the way thing. I hate this thing so bad. You know what? And it's just because I'm trying to move it that it's just going to be difficult in my life. All right. From July to September 18, people were arrested. 22 firearms were confiscated and $222 million worth of illegal cannabis was seized and destroyed by California Cannabis Enforcement. Governor Newsom's office announced on Tuesday. Walmart halts job offers for H-1B visa candidates. So the White House and Diddy, the White House and TMZ are kind of going back and forth. TMZ said that the White House offered Diddy, is thinking about pardoning Diddy, and the White House was like, no, but TMZ said, we stick by what we said. TMZ's like, we got the tea. The Mega Millions jackpot is worth $650 million. A 17-year-old boy was unalived over the weekend in an apparent lightning strike while hunting a deer in Louisiana. A Michigan man faces possible deportation while dealing with life-threatening leukemia, must be released from custody or at least be given a bond hearing in immigration court. At least 80 minors became trapped in the Dominican Republic on Tuesday with rescue efforts underway and no injuries or unaliveness reported currently. Tropical storm Melissa forms in the Caribbean is expected to become a hurricane by Saturday. A pardoned Capitol rioter was arrested last weekend for allegedly threatening to unalive House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, court documents obtained by CBS News. Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy arrived at a prison in Paris on Tuesday to begin serving his 5-year sentence for criminal conspiracy to finance his 2007 election campaign with funds from Libya. Rep-elect Adelita Gravala calls a press conference with leader Hakeem Jeffries and Jamie Raskin to pressure Mike Johnson to swear her in. It's crazy that they haven't sworn this lady in yet. Warner Brothers is looking for somebody to buy them. Virginia Roberts Guthrie alleges that her own father had abused her and suggested that he took hush money from Epstein in her posthumous memoir. The Wyoming Capitol building, including the governor's office, was evacuated Tuesday after a suspected explosive device was found. The grounds were being searched with drones and bomb-sniffing dogs. A European diplomat briefed on the meeting between Trump and Zelensky, described it as a mess, and said Trump also went on and on about not getting the Nobel Peace Prize. President Trump wants $230 million from the Justice Department for investigating him. So, this is something I won't be going to the movies to see, but this movie about Rocky is being released. Its dude name is Anthony Appolito. He's playing a young Sylvester Stallone in a true story about the making of Rocky. So he's an actor playing an actor that's making a movie. Sanaa Takahashi is Japan's first female prime minister. She's a heavy metal drummer and a hardline conservative. I think that's it as far as my likes go. Look at this little man. He cold. I need to see him in 10 years. So, Kevin McCall was crying for help earlier, saying how Chris Brown owed him money and all this stuff. And then Chris Brown said, remember this, you can't walk across a burnt bridge. And you know what's funnier than a troll? A broke one. Chris pretty much said, you ain't getting your money back, bruh. And then Young Thug offered to give him this whole video. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh because he's holding up his EBT card because he said he don't have no money. But Young Thug, he said, hit me, I'll give you $25,000. And I know Chris Brown will give it to you also, bro. He's real. Chris Brown's like, not so fast, bro. Not so fast. Chris said, I can't. Him holding up that ABT card. And I don't like laughing at anybody being broke, but when Chris Brown is trolling him, they say Megan Thee Stallion manifested her man. She said, I'm marrying an athlete. She said this all the way back in 2011. And it's going to be a basketball player. Or a football player, one or the other. But she said most likely a basketball player. Kim Kardashian calls out this news outlet over a false claim that North West says she chose her dad over her mom. Nicki Minaj. So Gucci Mane went on the Breakfast Club the other day with his wife talking about schizophrenia. And then Nicki said, Gucci's wife has been trying to be me for years. She's been dying for the spotlight for years. She's been there to keep Gucci sedated. Gucci hates Deborah. They don't want Deb around me. She's around me now. Charlamagne the Fraud, Jay-Z friend and business associate using iHeart for these disgusting employees against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here with me. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all really do not understand who I really am. Bring it. Let's play. Y'all wanted attention. Let's do it. LAPD, where's the evidence of my home being swatted with a toddler inside 4 times? Listen, what is her name? Whitney, Nikki, I don't know. She got so many personalities, but somebody either sue her or something. She either telling the truth or telling a lie. I don't know. There's a lot going on with Nikki these days. Then Keisha Cole shaded Nicki Minaj back and said, I'm like, nah, since when? You're embarrassing. Alfredo chicken wings. Y'all just doing anything. Just anything. Your sibling owes you $50 but buys new shoes. Are you saying something or letting it slide? I'm gonna let it slide. Don't ask me for nothing else. Don't ask me for nothing else. But I'm gonna let it slide. So Gayle King got a lot of flack for posting this guy. I have no clue who he is, but his name is Jesse Waters. And she said two TV people from competing networks walk in a plane and surprised of them both. They're seated right next to each other for over 4 hours. How did it go? She said that a good time was had. And people did not like that. They said Jesse Waters has a long history of making offensive and racially charged comments, but go off Gayle. And then the comments was just eating her up. They was eating her up. They said they never liked Gayle. They say she voted for Trump. They said, Gayle King, respectfully, the culture has shown you love. That guy has used his platform to say and spread some of the most vile, hateful, disgusting things about people of color. That is not a flex, and maybe you should have kept that one to yourself respectfully. He doesn't like us, and the feeling is mutual. Gayle's rich. She don't know. She don't know about this, I guess. She still thinks she went to space. Gayle can never please the people. A woman faced an entire pregnancy that included a gender reveal and a staged birth. Told her baby daddy that it passed away, but her mother found out it was just a baby doll. I mean, the bump looks so fake. I can't believe y'all bought this. I'm just saying. Y'all bought that? So this man was going viral about, he said that it's unfair as a single father that women don't trust him to have a sleepover for his daughter. And then people did digging on him, and he's got priors of some charges. So yeah, he was pushing it. He pushed his own self into people looking up his background. It's like, dude, just let it go. Kim admits it was a mistake letting Northwest wear a corset and ask for grace as she navigates parenthood in public. Kim, please. We know North gonna have every surgery under the sun. It's just a matter of time. Florida woman secures $11 million bag after turning down $250,000 settlement from Tarjay. The jury ordered her $11 million after she fell in a parking lot and got some fractures. She said, "No, let's take it to court." OpenAI announces its own browser, ChatGPT Atlas, available now exclusively in Mac. Uh-oh. Somebody said, "I don't care who cut me off, as long as it ain't the gas, the water, the electric, or the phone company." That really didn't eat, because that just means you didn't pay your bill and you paying these people. Texas prisoner is arrested after allegedly selling chicken wings to inmates for $6 each. Not $6 each a wing. The officer got arrested. But now he was selling them chicken $6 a piece for one wing. OnlyFans CEO reveals most of the platform's revenue comes from Americans. Says they've paid $25 billion to creators since 2016. But of course, but everybody said he broke. All right, let's get into my story times.
When you got one of these parked in your yard for the weekend, everybody in town know you get your pussy to it. You know what I'm talking about? When you got one of these parked in your yard for the weekend, everybody know you get your pussy to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, it's my pleasure to say, Vivian LaChance.
A graceful recovery.
Me and my husband walking through, decided to spend some time in Milan, like really enjoying it. And before we went out, I was like, hey, I should probably change these drawers because the ones I got on, they not walking drawers. So I don't know if you've ever had that happen to you, but all I could think of was this. Walking drawers can't fit too tight. Walking drawers gotta fit just right. Walking drawers, hey. Walking drawers. Then you got a verse, go.
Walking draws. When you stretch, walking draws won't get in your butt.
Walking drawers. Walking drawers. I bet you got another one in your spirit.
Walking draws ain't red or pink. Washing draws, you can wash in your sink. Walking draws.
Washing drawers, you can wash in the sink.
It was freestyle, you know.
It's freestyle. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah,
if you know about walking drawers, just put some sunshines or some little draws in the text thread so we know that you know what we're talking about.
No need.
Walking draws. Walking draws.
Please open the door, because I love you. I love you. Eddie, please. Eddie, open the door.
She love Eddie.
This is your reminder to never tell your friend if you see her man cheating. Never. Okay? This man was cheating. I told it. Now, I saw the girl get in the car. I told it to my friend. Baby, my friend threw me under the bus. I believe she told all my details. Okay? Don't do it. Because betrayal to the max.
A lot of people saying that ain't really her friend.
Yes. I fell off the ceiling. He just came down the chimney. Yes, I'm trying to get him. I'm like, the chimney.
Not the Ratatouille. They chasing him around a restaurant like he just quit his shift early. Like, what is happening? I know. Look at this rat man.
Yes. Fell off the ceiling.
Somebody said he the size of a toddler. The broom. Don't worry, y'all. That ain't a rat. That was just a chef. He made the meal one, and it's no y'all opinion. That ain't no puppy. This is why locals don't eat in the quarters. They all have rats, no matter how clean it is. Ratatouille.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included. Book now with Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can trust. International protected.
This fight had 12 rounds, a dog thrown, like Dog said, "You on your own now." Where did the dog go? He got up out of there. Sad part is the dog wasn't even trying to bite him. People be trying to make their dog be violent. The dog don't even know what's going on. Poor dog. Judge Math is mean. Somebody said, "I know this is Texas." He said Oklahoma. At the end of the day gonna end. Somebody said, "Where y'all at that the gas is $2.49? Poor dog. Stupid Jodeci come and talk to me. Somebody said he been in his feelings since Keisha left. That man went to freaking 92. Crowd doesn't deserve him. He got stage presence. His wife named Wanda Jean. He put that twang on it. I wish I could grab you.
I'm ready. Do it. Do it. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not scared anymore. It's okay. I'm a millennial born in the 1980s. I've been through enough. Just do it.
The most you gonna get is a crack windshield, honey. He wasn't going fast enough.
Have you ever made lunch with your crotch? Yes, you heard that right. Because today we are. Let's make lunch with the Crotch Pot. Diddling, diddling, diddling. It's a backpacking tool that you hook on to your belt, put your lunch in, shove it down your pants, but use your body heat while you're hiking, so when you get to your destination, you've got your lunch ready to go. Compliments of your crotch heat. Oh, lunch is gonna be fun today. Will the Crotch Pot be crotching? Actually not that uncomfortable. Is that your crotch pot? Or are you excited to see me? We're gonna take this thing out and have some lunch. I feel like I'm doing something dirty. The noodles feels like they are cooked, but how cooked, how warm are they? Noodles from my crotch. All right, let's see. Not cold, they're not hot, they're just lukewarm. Is lukewarm noodles kind of my new favorite thing? Crotch pot verdict? Nah. I think I'll use it not in my crotch. I feel like you could cold soak on the outside of your bag. So that's my verdict. Yeah?
What made her decide that this is what she wanted to do? We spent so much time asking, can we, and not a single second saying, should we? Calling my therapist in the morning. Girl. Bruh.
One day, all them back, don't get in your way. I said one day, all them back, don't get in your way. Oh, one day, all them back, don't get in your way. One day, all them back, gonna get in your way. So, act like miss your bar. You can't hurry up, 'cause you got too much stuff. When they see you coming, brothers gonna take off running from you. It's true, yes they do. One day he gon' say, you cried in my space. One day he gon' say, you cried in my space. I say one day he gon' say, you cried in my space. Oh, one day he gon' say, you cried in my space. So back like, yeah, 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 yeah. Girl, can't stop crying. So if you still breathing, yeah. So where my garbage bag lady? I'm talking about them grocery bag ladies, yeah. I'm talking about them Gucci bag ladies. And what about that pop sack lady? But you love and make it better. What about my nickel bag lady? Backpack on your back, get back, baby. Or what about that booty bag, baby? Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And what about your cheap sack, baby? But you love can make it better. What about the plastic bag, mama? Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. What about that baby bag, mama? Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. I'm talking about them book bag ladies. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. There's a lot of bags.
She said that's a lot of bag. When she said something about the brothers, that took me out. I can't.
Here are some hand exercises that you can do to help prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. The first one is pretty simple, but you go clap, clap, and then you put your hands like this. Clap, clap, like this. Clap, clap. You go a little faster. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The second one, you're going to put your hands out, and then one thumb is going to touch the index finger, the other thumb is going to touch the pinky, and then from there you're going to go around and tap each finger in the same direction. But you start one with the index, one with the pinky, and then you just tap, 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 and then keep going. For the next exercise, put your fist like this, and then after that, put one hand like this, and after that, switch, switch, and alternate. You can go a little faster too. The last exercise, put your hands and fists again, and then after that, put your thumb up and your pinky up. And then after that, you want to switch to your other thumb and your other pinky, and then switch, and then switch, and then switch, and then switch, and then just alternate between the two. So, yeah, hope that helps.
Girl, she made everybody feel like they had dementia. Somebody said it's not looking good for me. The way I went in with full confidence and left with anxiety that I probably have dementia. Like, it started getting hard. It started getting scary.
One day when I was 7, my mom woke me up for school and was like, hey, after school, we're not coming home. We're gonna go live with Bud. And I was like, who's Bud? And my mom's like, you know that girl Josie who's in your class at school? And yeah, her dad, we're gonna go live with them. And I was like, okay, so like you, me, my older sister, and my dad? And my mom's like, well, yeah, but not your dad. He's not coming. And I was like, okay. And sure enough, after school, my mom picks up me and my sister, and instead of going home, we go to an apartment. Now remember, I'm 7 years old, but I've been so sheltered and coddled my entire life that I was basically like a 5-year-old. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was just rolling with it. So we walk in and it's mostly empty. There's a futon in the living room. And then I see something that looks really familiar. I'm like, we have that same vacuum. And it's even broken in the same spot. How weird. And my mom's like, that's our vacuum. We live here now. And I was like, oh yeah, right. So I'm just starting to absorb this information when, guess who walks in the door? Josie. Yeah, the girl that bullies me at school. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm living here now with Josie and her older sister Jenna and this man that I guess I've met before a couple times, briefly, very briefly. So I'm like, where's our bedroom? And my mom shows me an empty bedroom. And I'm like, and so in my brain, I'm like, okay, so naturally, you, mom, and me, and our sister, like, we're gonna share a bedroom, and then they're all gonna share another bedroom. And my mom's like, no, I'm gonna share a room with Bud. And I'm like, huh? And then I see that they have a king-sized bed in their room. And I'm like, you're gonna sleep in a bed with this guy? Where's Dad? And mind you, I had always slept in between my parents in their bed. I was terrified of sleeping alone. So I'm like, I'm gonna be sleeping in this bed with Bud too? And my mom's like, no, you're gonna sleep in this other room. And I'm like, I can't sleep with you? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, where's my bed? And she's like, oh, we're gonna get you guys beds soon, but you guys are gonna sleep on the floor tonight. Oh yeah, by the way, this is in the middle of a school week. This is like a Tuesday, okay? Holy trauma. Okay, so my mom's like telling me that I need to go take a bath, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. Can you help me out with that? You know? Because I've never taken a bath alone before. I don't know how to do that. And my mom's like, you can figure it out. Just turn on the water. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I've never taken a bath before, and I've never been in this particular bathtub. I don't know how to, what? Mom? And my new stepsisters, Josie and Jenna, are standing there, and they're like, you don't know how to take a bath? Why don't you just take a shower? And I'm like, I don't take a shower, I take a bath. I don't know how to do it. I've never done it before. And they're like, oh my God, you still take baths and you don't even know how to run the water on your own? And I'm like, no, I don't. Because in the past, my mom, A, never taught me, and B, anytime I wanted to do something independent like that, I was told that I'm not allowed to. I would get in trouble if I had done that yesterday, but now I'm expected to do it. And obviously, I'm like so embarrassed in this moment. And I think I started crying, honestly. And now Jenna and Josie, like, they already thought I was weird, but now they like really think I'm weird. And I feel weird. I feel so weird. So I end up taking this bath. I don't even remember how that went. And when I get out, I'm ready to go snuggle up with my mom and watch some shows. But oh, hey, no, she's in the bedroom with Bud, and the door's locked. So I'm knocking. I'm like, Mom, like, it's evening time. Like, this is the time where we like watch TV together and like hang out, cuddle. And apparently not. Apparently I'm bothering them, and I'm supposed to be just doing something, whatever, with the other kids in the house. So I'm like so scared and so traumatized because I'm like I had a very insecure attachment with my mom. Had never really been away from her, and now like I'm locked out of her room. I can't sleep with her, and I'm gonna sleep on the floor with two girls. One I don't really know, and the other one bullies me at school. And my sister, who also hated me. So this was a 3-bedroom apartment, and I was meant to sleep in a bedroom with my older sister, and Josie and Jenna were in the other bedroom. But in the night, Josie was like, hey, do you guys want to switch? Me and Josie in one room, and Jenna and my sister in the other room. So I end up sleeping with Josie that night, and we're all on the floor, is whatever. And we kind of bond because, like, we have to. So the next day we get up and we all go to school together. We go to class as usual, and then lunchtime rolls around. Josie comes up to me and she's like, hey, come here. Invites me to sit at her table with like the cool older kids. Remember, they're 3rd grade. I'm a weird 1st grader. But I sit down, and Emily is so confused. Like, she probably thought that Josie was bringing me over as like a sacrifice. Like, this is like a joke, a prank on me or something. And she gives Josie a look like, what are you doing? And Josie says to her, you can't be mean to her anymore because she's my stepsister now. Let me know if you want to.
That is very traumatizing, but it happens every day.
I mean, y'all niggas act like it's impossible to see without glasses on. You can see without fucking glasses on. Okay, y'all have asked for this video enough. Let's tour the glasses, okay? You're only close to my face for reference. Right? That is like the bulge, I guess, of the glasses. They indeed are trifocals. You see, there's like the one layer of glass, right? Then there's the bulge. That's the second layer. And if you look right there, there's a 3rd layer. Argue with your mama. And you might say, hey, how do you see? Bitch, I don't have dementia. I got memory. I know what my fucking face looks like. You can hold the phone. The camera is normally at the top of the phone, so I just look at the camera. Or I can actually see like an outline of my body in the thing, and I just kind of reference that. I probably should have them on, but it's not really sexy. So, yeah. I mean, y'all niggas.
Bro, I thought my glasses was strong. The red fox.
Act like. And I don't like, if I tell a little lie, and that person over there killed 30 people, we going to the same hell? The same hell? Matter of fact, if I tell a lie and he killed 30 people and he tell God sorry that he killed 30 people, he going to heaven and I'm going to hell. Over a little lie. Baby, do you like this dress? Yes. Hell. Man, hell no. That's fucked up, bro. It's gotta be tears. Tears to hell. It can be hell, but then it's like hell. Or like supreme hell, super hell type. Man, ain't no way. Ain't no way I tell a little lie. Daddy, what happened to my super obnoxiously loud toy that grandma got me for Christmas? I don't know, baby. It ran away. Meanwhile, it's in the trash. Hell! And hell no, bruh! And whatever vendor sold my grandma these glasses, I'ma have to see you. Cause what the fuck is this?
So, this is a story time about how my uncle found out he passed away. So each and every morning, my uncle is the type of person to praise the Lord, and he will send out like mass text messages and everything to, praise the Lord and, try to get other family members to do the same and everything. So I text him every day and I call him like maybe once a week or twice a week, something like that. It depends on the week. So my brother, he texted me this morning and he's like, you awake? And when he texts that, it's either he's not a morning person. So either he was drunk last night and he stayed up all night, or there's something wrong. So I said no, because I like trolling. And then he FaceTimes me. So I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on here? And I'm like, yo. And he's like, hey. So immediately I'm on edge, and he was like, I just received the news. That phrase right there immediately like makes me go into third person, because anytime I hear I just received the news, I automatically know that it's not going to be a good situation, and usually it's like somebody passing away. So so my brother's like, I just received the news that Uncle Jay passed away. And I'm saying Jay because that's not his name, but he's just like, I just received the news that Uncle Jay passed away. And I'm like, I just received a text from Uncle Jay like 3 minutes ago. And he was like, no, like he passed away. And I was like, but why would I receive a text message from him if he passed away? So mind you, my brother had already called my dad called my aunt, and if you know anything about my family, that means everybody and their mom knows the news. So then my brother is like, no, he like actually passed away. And I'm like, how'd you get this news? He was like, I just got a text. I'm like, go ahead and read that text for me real quick. I look, he was like, I got it a few minutes ago. I'm like, look at it. So he's reading it, and he gets to the end. I'm like, read it thoroughly. And he gets to the end, and he's like, oh my gosh, I already called Dad. The way my uncle signs off his messages are with 2 doves. And because my brother likes to be illiterate in the mornings, he assumed that the 2 doves meant he passed away. So before I could get my next sentence out, he hangs up the phone so he could call my dad back. And my dad doesn't answer because he's on the phone with my aunt. And then they got off the phone, and my brother calls my dad. And then my dad was going to call my aunt, but she's not answering the phone. So sweet. It's just going to go around and around. Mind you, I already texted my uncle back. I didn't tell him about the situation, but I'm sure at some point during the day, he's going to find out that he passed away.
No, that's a cute, lighthearted story.
I know times was hard, but you're not gonna catch me grabbing twisted shouts. You know what I'm saying? Twisted shouts.
I never saw those before. All right, y'all. That is the show. Inspirations on the way. Twist and shout y'all way up out of here. I'll be back tomorrow.
First and Second Kings. It's just the chronicle of kings that raise up and it introduces prophets, but it also gives you records of Israel's kingdom. And I want to show you this. First Kings chapter 15, verse 25. If you don't have it, you can look on the screen. It says, Naboth, son of Jeroboam, became king over Israel in the 2nd year of Asa, king of Judah, and he reigned over Israel 2 years. He, did evil in the eyes of the Lord. Look at this. Following the ways of his father and committing the same sin his father had caused Israel to commit. Now let's just jump down. I want to just show you how this 1st and 2nd Kings work for those who haven't read these books of the Bible. Let's just hop down to verse 33. It'll almost sound exactly the same, but it's different. It says, in the 3rd year of Asa, king of Judah, Baasha, son of Ahijah, became king of all Israel in Taurus, and he reigned 24 years. Look at this. He did evil in the eyes of the Lord, following the ways of Jeroboam and committing the same sin Jeroboam had caused Israel to commit. Doesn't that sound like the exact same thing? If we just flip our Bible over just one chapter to 1 Kings chapter 16, and we go down to verse 25, it says, but Amir did evil in the eyes of the Lord and sinned more than all those before him. Please notice how it's getting worse with each generation. Sinned more than all those before him. He followed completely the ways of Jeroboam, son of Nebat, committing the same sin Jeroboam had caused Israel to commit. What we are seeing in this text is that cycles can be generational. King to king, a generational cycle of wickedness. Leader to leader, a generational cycle of wickedness. Father to son, a generational cycle of wickedness. So the enemy is like, okay, there's this cycle that worked on your great, 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 great grandfather, and it's possibly gonna work on you too. There was a cycle that worked on your great, 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 great grandmother, and it's possibly gonna work on you too. There was a cycle that worked on your mother and your daddy, and it's possibly going to work on you too. See, some of us don't even recognize all of our bloodlines have a certain sin that we're more bent towards. All of them. If you look at your family tree, your family reunion, or research it, you'll notice all of us seem to be bent towards alcoholism.
That makes sense.
Like, everybody in my family gets divorced. Just bent towards that. Nobody gets married. They all live together. Nobody in my family. My mama, my grandma, my auntie, my cousins. There's just a certain, like, all the men in my family are narcissistic. Just look at it. Ladies don't laugh too much. All the women in my family are narcissistic and crazy and will curse me out in a minute. All of them. All of us waste time on social media. Call mama, she'll tell you, let me call you back, my show on, girl. Y'all don't want to talk to me. It's a bloodline system. The enemy sees, okay, this worked before they got here. There's cycles that existed before you were ever a thought. There's cycles that existed before you could have a goo-goo and gaga. And the enemy knows if I could introduce that familiar cycle, maybe they'll start on the hamster wheel too. Look at this. This scripture that I told us all throughout this series in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 17, says, do not be overly wicked. Y'all remember this, right? Do not be overly wicked and do not be a fool. Why die before your time?
When your kid is hurting and there's nothing you can do about it.
Listen, this must mean there is an appointed time that you're supposed to die. But due to my wickedness and my foolishness, I died before my time. Is this making sense? I'm preaching like this because real leaders don't look to create followers. I'm trying to emerge more leaders, and more of us need to lead in breaking cycles and lead in bloodline shifting. You're leaders and you're in the house, and I'm trying to tell you it's gonna feel like a lonely road because you're breaking something. Your family won't understand you. It's because you're breaking something. They will call you less. It's because you're breaking something. They will say we didn't raise you like that. I know, I don't want to continue to be raised like that. You're breaking something. And you have to be okay with being the one who's bold enough to say it stops with me. By the power and the blood of Jesus, this is where it stops. I want you to see this chart. I created this chart. I want you to see this. It says, do not be overly wicked and do not be a fool. Why die before your time? Okay? So what this means to me is your life span is going in this whole continued pattern. Now, in your life, you have decisions. You make decisions here, here, and here, and you're going to continue to make decisions, but depending on if you make decisions in wisdom, it could get you here. Premature death. You were supposed to get here, your appointed time, but based on my decisions, it stopped me here. Is this making sense? You don't just randomly choose who you're gonna marry. You don't just randomly choose who you're gonna go on business with. This has to be something that has destiny in mind, okay? Because I understand whatever I do today is going to affect tomorrow. Destiny is discovered daily. 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 Before this sanctuary was filled, Torrance, Sister Tracy, Keisha, my wife could tell you, I would come up here by myself. And I saw you in 2018 when it was empty. Destiny is cultivated daily. When you leave here, whatever results you want is going to be cultivated daily. And what I don't want is for us to be people who die before our time due to your decisions, because there was an appointed time. There's an appointed time for all of us to die. But to the best of our capability, God give me wisdom so that just like this text tells me, I do not make decisions. And I'm not living foolish that will cause for me to die before my time. Remember this, God has a cadence, but hell has a cycle. This is so powerful, y'all. God has a cadence. You develop a cadence. In all your ways, you acknowledge me. Let that be your cadence. So you develop a pattern that before I say yes, I'm going to pray on it. I'm going to pray on it. In all your ways, I'm going to seek him. That's my cadence. That's my cadence. Forsake not the fellowship of the unashamed. Forsake not the fellowship of the believers. That's coming to church. That's community. That's my cadence. That's my pattern. I'm going to pray, fast, repeat. I'm going to pray, fast, repeat. Whatever it is that God is calling you to, I got to develop my cadence, because God has a cadence, but hell has a cycle. And here's the thing, when you really understand what you're called to do, you will care less about people who don't like you. Can I help us out? You know why it's so hard for some of us to accept that people don't like you? Because you haven't understood your assignment yet. Because when you understand your destiny, you're going to say no a lot. Hey, Jerry, I just hit you up. You want to have brunch today, Sunday at 10 o'clock? No. It's not even an option. You know why? I got to be here. If I didn't have to be here, I might say yes. You want to come through? No. Why? I got choir rehearsal. When you don't know what you're supposed to do, you'll end up saying yes to things that you're not supposed to do. You see, it's not legalism. It's purpose awareness. Does this make sense? It's this destiny awareness. Like, it's the holiness of no. Holy means to be separate. So my destiny has separated me from always telling you yes. When I know what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to tell people no a lot. And it's not nothing personal. It's just purposeful. David puts it this way in Psalms 90. Psalms 90, verse 12. He says, so teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart.
Have you ever wondered if buying something small could truly keep Israel alive?
Of wisdom. I was reading that over and over Tuesday night. Teach us to number our days. And he connects it with that we may gain a heart of wisdom. And what I do many times, I learned this in seminary. I like reading scriptures backwards. They make sense to me when I do that. Okay. That we may gain a heart of wisdom. Teach me to number my days. My heart of wisdom helps me to number my day. Without wisdom, I won't remember each day is numbered. But when I have wisdom, I'll know each and every day I got is critical because of my time. Now remember, I'm in time to do something with my time. And so now that I know I'm in time to do something with my time, give me a heart of wisdom so I can measure my time. I want to talk to you. You got 20 minutes. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. You got 20 minutes. Is that being mean to you? No. It's I know what else I have to do with my time. And so now I'm trying to get us to really get this. Time is your greatest commodity. It's your greatest asset. Has anybody else arrived to this place? Wasting time, wasting my time is a form of disrespect. Yes. Anybody there, or is it just me? Like somebody coming in my life, playing games, playing with my emotions, and wasting my time, that's disrespectful, bruh. Me coming up here, giving you a half-studied, half-prepared, redundant, recycled message that I plagiarized off Google, that's wasting your time. I want to hear Rhema. I want to hear something from God. Me not being intentional with being a better me is wasting my own time. Oh, this is going to hurt right here. Some of us are in relational context that you know is not God's will and you know it's unhealthy, but you don't want to start over because you view it as you wasted time. I don't want to start over. We've been dating 4 or 5 years. We live together. My whole family, we have all these pictures posted and I don't want to start over. I know it's unhealthy. I know it's toxic. I know it's not God's will, but I've invested so much time. So I'd rather deal with what is not God's will than the embarrassment of saying that was just a waste of time. Oh, if I could help somebody, it's not even my notes. God just giving this to me. If I could just help somebody, loving them harder won't make them change. It won't. Not at all. All it will do is continue to cause yourself to make excuses for you trying to do a God job. God changes people, not you. It's so hard. It's because it's a God job. All right. Let me get to my notes. I'm done. Give you 4 points and we're done and you can enjoy your day. But there's this confession that I want us to say. Can I get all of us to say this? Father, help me to remove anything in my life that's assisting me in wasting my time. I will not waste my life. One more time. Father, help me to remove anything in my life that's assisting me in wasting time. I will not waste my life. That's it. That's it. Waste a day, you waste a week. Waste a week, you waste a month. Waste a month, you waste a year. Waste a year, you waste your life. And the subtle warfare strategy of the enemy on how he gets a lot of us to waste our life is cycles. You think it's the cycle of addiction. You think it's the cycle of a substance abuse. It's a cycle of wasting your time. Cycle of wasting your time. And what God has been trying to get us to understand with this whole series, I gave you a destiny, so have wisdom with your decisions. And as we end this series, I want you to understand you're on borrowed time. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Procrastination, I've said it so many times, is the graveyard of unexperienced blessings that are eulogized by your excuses. I got tomorrow. So these points, I want us to see. The reason this is so passionate for me is because I recognize, I have a biblical perspective. I recognize what you do in your lifetime will affect your afterlife placement. Did y'all hear me? What you do in your lifetime will affect your afterlife placement. So point number 1, okay, how do I get to a place where I stop wasting my time? Knowing your why. That's number 1, all day. How do I stop wasting my time? What's your why? Your why is going to strengthen your no. Your why is going to callous your heart to people pleasing. God already gave me a series for September. After we get done with extra strategies, I'm doing a series up until October dealing with people pleasing, period. Because too many of us care what people think. Can I tell y'all something? I was on this leadership podcast a few days ago, and they were asking about the ministry and when you started, how did you stay motivated, and how did you, still continue to push when you had 5 views and 50 views. And I told them, I said, back in 2014, there was no such thing as impressions. There weren't like analytics, not like how they are now. You reached 100 counts today. And I said, I was faithful being blind. And I think what helped me is I never really knew what God was doing with the reach of it. I just knew what God was doing in me. This makes sense? I think a lot of people, you judge your effectiveness based on numerical data. So you're judging your God-given work or off a numerical impression. I'm not that effective because I only had this many people watch it. I didn't have that. All I had was post, work on the next one. Post, work on the next one. Post, work on the next one. I was shocked when it took off. Maybe the beauty of being faithful is when you have your eye focused on heaven, you're not questioning yourself because it echoes. This makes sense? I can't stick with anything because I'm not looking at heaven. I'm looking at likes. I'm not looking at you for confirmation. I'm looking at you for affirmation. Knowing your why, it strengthens your no. Point number 2, the establishment of spiritual disciplines. For anybody who has been struggling with wasting time, these 2 points are game changers for you. Knowing your why and the establishment of spiritual disciplines. That's prayer, that's serving. The fastest way to get God to move on your behalf is by serving somebody else.
Experience internet like never before. Google Fiber is now expanding in your area. Our fiber...
Stop with this. I'm going to do this when I get right. When I get right here. No, do it now. It's a water to wine process. While you're carrying the water, somehow you just transition into wine. Does that make sense? Your spiritual disciplines. A lot of us waste time because you have no spiritual discipline. No prayer, no devotion, no reading time. I don't know what to pray. Watch the local news tonight. You'll stay in prayer 30 minutes. Serious. This is how I started to have a prayer life. When I would say that, I didn't know how to pray. Watch the news. Okay, I'm going to pray for that gun shoot. I'm going to pray for that domestic violence. And that's how I learned. Spiritual disciplines. And number 3, I like this one. How do I end up not wasting my time? The reciprocity test. The reciprocity test. Now, for clarity, I'm not talking about bearing each other's burdens. Okay? We're supposed to do that. I broke that down. What is a burden? It is like a wrecking ball event. Your brother's house catch on fire. He calls and tells you, can I stay with you tonight? That's bearing a burden. We bear each other's burdens, but everybody carries their own load. That's your backpack. So if you spent $200 on a TV or $200 on some shoes and you're saying, can you catch me this month? No. Does that make sense? So I'm not talking about that. But the reciprocity test is to make sure I'm being filled the same way I'm pouring.
I like this.
Am I wasting time on them? Okay, is there a reciprocity sequence here? Even God likes reciprocity. Draw to me, and I'll draw to you. It's the principle of sowing and reaping. Biblical all day. If I have any relational context with a person and they're taking more withdrawals than a deposit, that's not a friendship. That's not a partnership. That's a parasite. Am I wasting my time? What's the reciprocity level? Are you always pouring? Are they always pouring? Or is it I pour, they pour. I pour, they pour. So when you test reciprocity, I learned this from Joseph. When his brothers came back in his life, he didn't just accept them immediately. He tested them first. Why? I need to see if you're the same person. Because I'm sorry does not mean you've changed. All right? Last one I revealed in this series. The way to recognize God has said yes is followed by favor, peace, and provision. Favor, peace, and provision. How do I stop wasting my time? What's your why? Work that. Work your why. Establish spiritual disciplines that keeps you fresh. We talked about that last week. Remember that, the catfish in your life? The reciprocity test. What are areas in my life that aren't fountains but they're drains? And that's not judging. That's knowing how to value your time. Time is your greatest currency. It's not expensive, it's priceless. And lastly, when it's God's hand on it, it'll be followed by favor, peace, and provision. And what the enemy is doing to most of us, he's done it to me before. I'm not too humble to admit I've not fallen before in cycles. But once you recognize this is a pattern, I keep spending 4 hours on social media. This is a pattern. Some of us stop taking your phone to the bathroom. That was yours. It's supposed to be a few minutes, not 40. Time. I'm gonna pray in the morning. First thing you grab is your phone. Don't grab it first. Simple. Small tweaks take you to giant peaks. It's simple. Just don't grab your phone first. Pray.